Why, hello again. It's Faceless here. I thought I'd explain for a second. A lot of these can be written, but a lot of these are also word of mouth. So try not to be too harsh. But again, the next tale I have for you is called Submerged. Right after the peak of the end of World War II, a lot of people assumed a lot of those U-boats or submarines were sunk. A lot of these people went down there but never resurfaced. And we just chalked it out and up to being that them being dead, them already dying when the impact hit, or if there was too much pressure. Well, I was on a team that searched a few of these supposed vanished subs. On the outside, they looked perfect. A lot of us didn't have the courage to go in. I was the first one to open the pressure latch to a chamber that hasn't been opened at least 80 years. At first, it gives me some resistance, but I just have to pull it back. Kind of like, those old latches on those really old refrigerators where you snap it back and then you open. Well, I got a huge surge of all I can only describe it as this kind of this warm wave of water, but it didn't feel right. It felt it felt like it was filthy. And I figured maybe it was oil, grime, rust mixed with possible preserved bodily fluids. I went in there. I realized that it was pre properly pressurized. But if you know anything, and I know a lot of things about these kind of submarines, given the decades in there, a lot of the air becomes unbreathable and is highly filled with carbon monoxide. You cannot take off your mask and breathe. Those fumes will literally turn your lungs into what I like to call an intestinal soup. Because once it drips down from your lungs, it's going to corrode your whole insides out. My name is Jim Carlson. I am the lead scientist in this program. Usually they don't get us hired geeks down here too often, but before this, I had a lot of experience in being a self-made diver, exploring. You could say like Jacques Cousteau, but I am not this generation's Jacques Cousteau. Thank you very much. I have always just liked to get things or look for things that have somehow supposedly been obtainable or traces have been lost. I'd say we were damn lucky to find the SS Behemoth when we did. The plating on the outside looks triple to quadruple reinforced. Something this heavy looking shouldn't be possible to be able to submerge on its surface. The emblem on it, I should say maybe the insignia on the front, it looks like it looks like behemoths from the biblical stories sometimes said if they ever given truth to existing. It was really, really mysterious how everything on the inside looked pristine, given some dust and grime. Unfortunately, we did find many people in uniforms long dead. Some still clinging to what kind of flesh they have left. Others looked like they just turned to bones and dust. I started hearing a banging somewhere down the corridor, and I thought maybe it's something loose. Maybe there's been a flood under here. This thing could be falling apart from the inside, no matter how good it looks on the outside. I went in there, and I saw white, lifeless, milky eyes looking at me. Not just one pair, but many. I see where the banging came from now. I don't like the odds. I don't know what the fuck these are. I could only describe them as living corpses. This isn't a zombie movie. What the hell have these things been doing down here this whole time? I'm sorry, but we have to call this off. This is too dangerous. If I didn't have those guards right outside the corridor, I would have been dead. What we decided to do is we put some. Sorry, I am very anxious, and my heart is racing. We decided to get up on our ship, play some depth charges, uh, making sure there was nothing left. and we just written it off as a failed salvage attempt. The problem is, since we've come back, everyone else has been acting strange. But they've been telling me I'm the really bad one here. They're starting to slow down. It's like they're stiffening up, like they're going through a living form of rigor mortis. A lot of people are starting to just drop dead out of nowhere. I saw someone who was literally petrified, and the minute I touched him, he crumbled into salt and dust. Forgive me, I know I'm stammering, but I can't believe what's happening. I only have one choice. I'm gonna have to blow up this whole ship, take the survivor's raft, and hope for the best. I only know one thing. Red in the morning, a sailor's warning. Red at night is a sailor's delight. You might not find me alive, and I cannot leave any kind of log behind, other than the piece of flesh I ripped off myself to write this with a sharp piece of metal. I'm not sure if you'll be able to find this message legible when you get to me, but I already ate my other leg and arm. I can already feel the weakness. I've been in the sun too long. I have no way to make this salt water even viable as something to drink. I should have just stayed